YouTube, what's up? This is Dasher D, and you all know my sister Ginger, the Canine Dasher. Well, YouTube, long time no see. This is just basically an update video. I'm sorry I haven't made any videos for a while. I took a couple trips. One to Hocking Hills with Sarah and Steve. I've been very sick. I actually had to spend 3 days in the hospital, and Sarah and Steve were nice enough to take care of Ginger. Ginger! Look at Mommy! Hey, did Sarah and Steve take good care of you? You know, our two buddies that we hang out with, that they have a secret identity. Well, privacies. But, yeah. Did you have fun at Sarah and Steve's? Yeah, our buddies that we go dashing with. Do you like them? Are they good people? Did they take good care of you? Did Uncle Steve and Aunt Sarah take good care of you? If they took good care of you, then give me a high five. She says, of course they did. She knows them better by their real names, and I'm not going to mention their real names for privacy reasons. Anyway, I had double pneumonia, no COVID. They kept trying to tell me because of a CT scan that I had COVID. And they kept treating me like I was a COVID patient, would not let my mother come up, would not let Ginger come visit me. Ohio does not understand ADA federal laws. ADA federal law says that you are allowed to have an owner-trained service dog with you at hospitals and things like that. And Ginger has gone to the emergency room with me, no problems. But they wouldn't let her stay because there was nobody there to let her out to go potty. If they didn't think I had COVID, which I knew I didn't, I was 100% sure before I even got the results. And I'll get into that more. But, yeah, they kept treating me like a COVID patient. They put in all this crap in my body that I didn't actually need. Like, I'm not a diabetic. They did not need to give me steroids. I actually am allergic to steroids, and I tried to tell them, but I was so out of it. Had a high fever of like 103, and I was very ill. Couldn't breathe. I had to bring oxygen home with me, all of that stuff. I couldn't dash right away. Like, my oxygen was low and that in the hospital. And the lowest it got here at my house was like 80. I've been off oxygen now for weeks now. And I'm doing much better. My voice comes and goes. Oh, we have a It's Charlie! She's being camera shy today. But that was Charlie the Pupsy Kitty. Oh, Charlie Puppy! Hey, Charlie Puppy, it's Mommy up here. Ooh, she said hi. Anyway, that is Charlie the Pupsy Kitty, aka Charlie Puppy. She thinks she's a dog, and she's so darn cute. So, anyway, they put all these stupid steroids in me that I did not need, put my sugar out of control. Then they gave me stupid insulin, which I did not need. And then they put me on diabetic medicine, which I do not need. That's Coshocton Hospital for you. They don't know what the heck they're doing. Oh, hey, Charlie, are you back? Charlie? Charlie? She's funny. That's short for Charlotte, by the way. Charlotte Hope Kisses, better known, like I said, is Charlie the Pup's a Kitty, or Charlotte Hope. Charlotte Hope Kisses is Charlie Puppy. Her last name is Puppy. My animals do not have the same last name as me. I like to give them unique personalities. Well, they give themselves unique personalities, but it keeps them a little unique, but they're still my daughters. Anyway, so they gave me all this medicine I did not need, and God knows what else. I refused to get a COVID vaccine. I am a vegetarian. I am almost vegan. Occasionally I will indulge in fish, but not daily. And just because I felt so tired and I wanted to get my omega-3s up and stuff like that. But anyway, I don't eat a lot of meats and stuff like that. I try to stay away from dairy, but I like dairy, and yeah, I'd like to be a vegan, but it's rough because who doesn't love cheese? And I haven't quite found the right cheese that I really like and can stick with. It's vegan. I've tried almond cheeses. I've tried BioLife. BioLife, I think, by far is the best. I can't have anything with soy. Excuse me. Or anything like that because I'm very, very allergic. I try not to indulge in too many nuts. I don't like that. I like seeds. I like hemp seeds and stuff like that. And, of course, I love my cannabis. I'm not too shy to say that. I have the medical marijuana card, and I'm proud of it. I love to make my homemade edibles. If you like homemade edibles, comment below, and maybe I'll make some cannabis videos on how to make your own butter and other recipes that I use. One of my favorites is weed corn, as I call it. It's just weed butter, and you put some of that in your popcorn and various other things, and it does contain THC. I have a legal medical marijuana card, and yeah, I like to get the herb, different strains, so then they have different effects for different ailments, and make my own stuff. Comment below if you'd like to see some cooking videos. I'll get into my technical issues here in a minute. But I'm having to use my phone because I can't use any other devices right now. Anyway, so I was in the hospital for 3 days because that's how long the send away COVID test takes. But they kept trying to say, well, according to your CT scan, even though your rapid test is negative, you have COVID pneumonia, double COVID pneumonia. I don't have COVID. I never did have COVID, and I never will. And here's why. Vegetarians and vegans, most of them will not get COVID. I've read up on it. I don't have the statistics in front of me, but we are statistically healthier than those who consume meat on a daily basis, lots of red meat and things like that. But the statistics are out there. Look it up if you go to the right site. And no, I didn't specifically, say, this does this does. No, I didn't do like a really a what do you call that? I don't know. I forget. Specifically solicit for vegan vegetarian, but excuse me, I needed a drink. My throat's getting dry. Yes, that is weed tea, and it is amazing. Added to other herbs, it's awesome. I'll even teach you how to decarb. Anyway, anyhow, you are naturally more healthy if you're a vegetarian or a vegan. A lot of people think you have to have meat. You don't. It's not a requirement. It's just something that people like. God actually designed us to be vegetarians and vegans before the word even came about. I mean, we didn't eat meat until after the ark. That's the gospel truth. Anyway, that's another story. Please no backlash in the comments. I'm telling the truth. I'm a born-again Christian since I was a freshman in high school, and I was raised in church. I know my Bible. Anyway, and I'm not a pastor. I don't claim to be, but anyway, those are another stories for other days. And yeah, as I said, comment below if you are interested in learning more about cannabis products, making canna butter, and other recipes so that your physical body feels better. And I don't care if you're 21 or over. That is your choice. As long as, little children are not consuming THC. There was something on the news where people were giving out gummies that contain high levels of THC and they were getting deathly ill. I do not condone giving children THC by any means, but there has been proven facts that, CBD, non-THC products will actually help a child with ADHD and other behavioral issues, but they should not be given THC. That is an adult product. CBD can be adults and children with approval from an herbalist or a cannabis doctor. Your family doctor is not going to know much about it. You're going to need a specialist. Anyway, that's another story. But anyhow, on with my update. So I was in the hospital for 3 days and they pumped me full of a bunch of crap that I don't like, that I didn't need. I'm not a diabetic or anything like that. Like I said, they pumped me through on steroids and all that baloney that I didn't need. And I didn't need to be put on any kind of diabetic medicine or they put me on insulin and all that. I didn't need any of that. It messed up my sugar for quite a while. Because that's one of the main things that raises my blood sugar. I have low blood sugar problems sometimes, and it's one of the tasks Ginger does. But see, they are so stupid, like as far as being uneducated. They don't have the knowledge. In Ohio, particularly Coshocton, because we are such a small town of like 11,000 population, they don't realize that federal always trumps state. I don't care if we're a sovereign state. Federal always trumps state, especially when you're talking about people with disabilities. And they're not reading the laws. They're not being educated. You're only allowed to ask 2 questions. Now, I can understand if somebody like in a hospital or something like that wants up-to-date shot records. I will happily give that. ADA says I don't have to, but I understand why that people ask for that. It's a safety thing. It's an insurance issue, all that. Ginger has never bitten anybody in her life, and she never will. She's not a biter. She's a lover, not a fighter. I imagine if somebody broke in and she felt like they were going to hurt me, I don't think she could bite them. She would actually kind of cower and be terrified. She is 100% a lover, not a fighter. But yeah. Anyway, so that's another story. But Ginger doesn't bite. You're only allowed to ask 2 questions. You ask anything more than that, it is illegal and it's an invasion of privacy. You're not allowed to ask the person's disability or ask to see any kind of certification. There's no such thing according to ADA federal law. Yes, you can go to a trainer and pay $10,000, which is a waste of money because you can train them yourself unless you are not able to train them yourself for medical reasons, whether it be mental or physical. ADA federal law, you can look this stuff up on the ADA website. Just Google ADA website. I don't know it offhand. I'm not sure if it's ada.com or ada.gov. I haven't looked it up for a while, but I keep up on the laws and all that. I just don't recall the website 100% for sure, whether it's .com or .gov or something like that. Just type in ADA federal laws for service animals. and they're federal. And as I said, federal always trumps state, particularly if you're talking about disabilities. You can ask these two questions. Is the dog required for a disability? And is the dog been, what tasks have they been trained to do? That's another thing I could get into. I'm just going to briefly touch on that. But yeah, there's 3 different types basically. Two, I guess. No, 3. Okay, there's emotional support, which they're not trained to do any tasks. There is therapeutic dogs that are mainly for nursing homes, and then there's actual service dogs, where they're trained to do tasks that specifically relate to a disability. And the ADA only recognizes 2 species to be a service animals. Not a snake, not a bunny, not a kitty. I consider my kitty an emotional support animal. And I believe an emotional support animal could be anything for almost. I mean, I wouldn't consider a rabbit an emotional support animal because they get very bad anxiety. I actually had one it was a baby that had a heart attack for no apparent reason. But it was a wild rabbit that I had rescued that needed my help. But that's another story for another time. But really, ADA only recognizes 2 animals, species as a service animal, and that is a dog or a miniature horse. A miniature horse probably does more of mobility side than anything else. I haven't read too much about it, but from what I've read, it's mostly for mobility. So it'd be a mobility animal. I mean, they would need training as far as, be potty trained, not go to the bathroom in schools and public places, and then well mannered, and help the person get around. If they had, MS or a child, maybe they have, they could be guide animals for blind and all that, or deaf or whatever, but they're not going to do any major tasks other than leading the person around so they don't fall and things like that, is to the best of my knowledge. They might do more. I mean, horses are very, very smart. I love horses. I don't have one. I'd love to have one, but yeah, that's another story. So yeah. So where was I? I keep going everywhere. Sorry, guys. So I was in the hospital for 3 days. I got out. I've recovered. I've gotten off oxygen. I've been back out dashing. I actually went to New Philly. The pay is a little better there. New Philly, Ohio. I'm in Ohio. We tried Zanesville and Newark again. Newark actually is the best place to get your cannabis in Ohio. If you live where I live, they have 20% off for disabled, so that's awesome. And they help veterans as well. The cannabis industry does. I like to go up there quite a bit, and Sarah and Steve like to go dashing up there sometimes, and we've even tried Reynoldsburg and stuff like that before I was in the hospital, and it just... We keep getting lost in these bigger cities. Even with GPS, it doesn't help. GPS is not the greatest thing in the world. So anyway, so I've been out of the hospital for quite a while. I went early November. I still think I'm kind of recovering. I don't really have that much of a cough, but I still feel it in the back of my throat, and that sometimes occasional coughing. I definitely have some drainage in my nose right now, but I'm doing much better. And as I said, I can go back to dashing. I'm finally able to actually do a little bit more physical. Did some Instacart yesterday with Steve, and just one order. It's very hard to get shifts here. We're actually working towards Top Dasher. I know some people are going to frown on that at the comments, but if you really think about it, it's actually a good thing in a small town. Even Nugs is talking about it. Blake from More Finance, and he's in Utah. Nugs is in Ohio. Go check out his channel. It's just called Nugs. Yes. He says it has nothing to do with cannabis, but I don't know. That guy's pretty funny. My favorite is the clown video. So shout out to Nugs. I love you, Nugs, like your channel and everything. You make me laugh. You make my day every time I watch your videos, even if they're old and I rewatch them. If you're having a bad day, go watch Nugs. That's I think it's 2Gs. I can't remember if it's 2Gs or 1Gs. G is in gorilla. Nugs, like the cannabis. But check him out. He will make you laugh. And as I said, he's in Ohio. His videos say he's in Middletown, and we'd actually like to try that. We like to go stay places, Sarah and Steve and I do, and we like to go out and try new areas and see if anything's better. And if you look up online, it'll tell you that Dayton, Ohio is like one of the best places to dash. The problem is going to a new market. If you don't know the area, it makes it more difficult, and you can easily get lost even with GPS. I should have said this at the beginning, but stay tuned. I have a couple tips for night dashers. Because Sarah and Steve and I dash quite a bit at night, because, it gets darker earlier. But, anyway, so what else do I want to say? So I'm better. We're out back dashing. New Philly's pretty good. If you ask me, I think the base pay is a little bit better. You don't make much money anywhere we've been lately, and it's kind of rough. And we've been thinking about other business opportunities, like using some of our DoorDash money to invest in doing Amazon and eBay resales. We don't know much about that. We're still in the research process on that and looking into other gig work. And as I've mentioned before, I cannot get on with Uber Eats or HubGrub because Checker is stupid and they don't know how to perform background checks. So, they won't even let you explain that wrecks are not your fault and things like that. And if you're wondering, I think I forgot to mention, why am I using a microphone? Well, my voice isn't the greatest, so with all it still kind of cracks some, and I'm pretty hoarse. See, listen, hello. See, doesn't that sound better? So I can't talk as loud as what I could. So slowly but surely, hopefully my voice will come back, and I appreciate all the prayers and everything. But so what else? What am I gonna say? So dashing is pretty great. Like I've missed it. My friends have missed it. I think I just missed my dash. Not that we're gonna get any orders anyway, because it's pretty crappy around here. But I'm gonna give you some tips for night dashing. One of the number one things you can carry at night, my friend Steve carries a pocket knife, for safety reasons. Actually, Dollar Tree had a really, really nice knife. I don't have it on me. I gave it to him. I want to go get another one. It's a black knife. It actually has a thing where you can clip it to your pocket, and it's razored like a Bowie knife. It's small. It's just like a regular pocket knife. And for a Dollar Tree brand pocket knife, it is amazingly nice. If somebody messed with you, you could easily defend yourself. So carry a pocket knife. If you live in a bigger city, maybe invest in some mace. But one of my favorite tools that I always keep in the car with me now is a flashlight. People are ridiculous, and they don't want to turn on their lights. They forget, or maybe the lights burn out. Hello, go to Dollar Tree. It costs $1. You can probably get a 4-pack for $1, or right around that price even at Dollar General or Family Dollar. It's not that expensive to buy light bulbs. I mean, I'm sure a family or friend can loan you a light bulb. Like, they can give you a light bulb if you needed it. If you can't get to the store for whatever reason, or you don't have $1 for some reason. I mean, I've run short to the point where I haven't had $1 to my name. It's happened. I'm sure it's happened to some of you. But anyway, yeah, those knives are great. If you want to if you have more money, invest in a good pocket knife for your protection. If you have concealed carry your gun. I'm not anti-gun. Honestly, I would love to get a rifle and put it in the back. I am not a handgun person. I don't like handguns. I'm old school. I like the riflemen and stuff like that. I like 44-40s. I like 22s. I don't like the new school looking Rambo-ish guns. It's just not my style. Oh, somebody wants to say hi. Hang on. Hey, Charlie, do you have it up? I guess she's declining an interview. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Charlie, look. Charlie. Guess not. I guess Charlie declined the interview. She said no comment. Or AKA no meow. Anyway. Carry a pocket knife or mace, or if you have concealed carry your gun with you. Or a rifle. I just don't like the Rambo-like guns. I like Henrys, I like Winchesters, stuff like that. Colt rifles, things like that. I'm old school, westerny. Yes, I even like Red Ryder BB guns. I don't care. Carry a BB gun with you, or a BB gun handgun. That can still do some damage to fight off an intruder. Anything, whatever you got. Yeah, I'm sorry this is so long, guys, but you definitely want a flashlight because people are ridiculous and don't want to turn on their lights. So that'll probably be my main tip. Always carry a penknife and a flashlight when you dash at night. I don't know if you've ever heard that. I'll probably make a shorter video on that. But yeah, this is a longer video because it's an update of everything that's happened, vacations, like weekend trip or whatever, hospital, all that. So, yeah. But always carry a pocket knife, daytime or night, particularly if you're dashing at night. For sure, bring a pocket knife, and maybe even take a self-defense class. Sometimes we don't have a YMCA or YWCA in my area, but I'm sure in bigger cities they do. Maybe they would give you some free self-defense classes at your local senior center or something like that. That's my grandmother, my late grandmother. She always said, particularly women need to always be able to defend themselves. I'm not talking about murdering somebody or doing anything crazy. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about protecting yourself. Learn how to disarm a gunman. Learn how, you're not going to go Walker, Texas Ranger on them probably, but, if they have a knife and they have you at the throat, I know a self-defense move that can actually disarm them. I don't know that I can disarm a gunman. I don't think I could kick that quick, that high, that fast, but, learn some basic self-defense. If somebody gets you in a chokehold, learn how to get yourself out of that. I know how to get myself out of a chokehold. I learned that. I took an MMA class and I physically couldn't do it for a long term, so I would be better off, just taking a regular self-defense course. But take a self-defense course. There's got to be something, maybe even at your gym, if you could take boxing or mixed martial arts or, kickboxing or something like that you use for workouts. You could definitely use those workouts against an intruder and definitely protect yourself at all times. If I got into something with somebody and they were trying to, steal something or came up behind me, I would definitely try to defend myself before I would actually try to harm them. If I had to cause them bodily harm, it would be something that, I'm not going to go out and try to kill somebody. That's just not in my nature. But if they were trying to hurt myself, my friends, my animals, my family members, yes, you better believe if I harm them, it's not meant to kill. It's more meant disabling, make it so then they can't harm you, your friends, your family, your animals. Your animals are part of your family too. And if somebody tried to shoot my dog or my cat or my friend's dog or my cat or, any other animals, you better believe I'm going to defend them because they're family too. God created them, so they're your family too, and you have a right to defend them, regardless of what anybody says. I mean, like I said, I don't condone killing anybody. If I had a gun, I'd probably be like one of those people that shoots them in the leg and disables them or something like that. If they had a gun and I had a gun, I would probably shoot for the hand to disable them. That would be my goal. I would not try to shoot to kill. That's just not who I am. You want to shoot to disable them. God says do not murder. He never said you couldn't defend yourself. And I'm talking about self-defense. I'm not talking about murdering people. That's not okay. And all that. So, yes. Always carry a penknife or mace or concealed carry or even a BB gun or a rifle with you or something like that. My friend Steve carries a knife. I don't currently have one that I carry, but I'm going to get one. But it's good to have those. I think my dad gave me one. I'll have to look for it. But yeah, that's just something you should have either to open things. You never know when you need to open something up. It's a great tool to have in your car. Definitely carry a flashlight, particularly as a dasher, or, maybe something happens with your car or something and the battery dies and you can't find something. Keep a flashlight in your car. It's, I can't tell you how many times now since I've gotten a flashlight. It's not even like a fancy flashlight. It isn't. I mean, it came in a 2-pack from the dollar store. It doesn't have to be fancy. You just need to put a flashlight in your glove box and carry a penknife or some type of weapon. Like I said, you're not trying to kill somebody. You're trying to protect yourself. Save your life, save your friend's life, save your family's life, your animal's life. Ginger is usually always with me when I'm door dashing with Sarah and Steve. And somebody tried to hurt her, you better believe Steve or I would be on their butt, trying to kick their butt. And protecting her. And yeah, Steve knows some martial arts. So yeah, I'm not gonna say what form, but he knows how to defend himself. We'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I feel very safe knowing that he's with us and he protects. He would protect myself or Sarah or a dog or anybody else that is riding with us. She is there with me for medical reasons and anxiety and things like that. So yeah. Anyway, always carry a pocket knife or some type of self-defense weapon. Definitely carry a flashlight. And yeah, happy dashing. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've posted, guys. But I hope this gives you a nice little update, and I will make a shorter video later with these tips if you didn't make it all the way through here. But I just kind of wanted to give you an update, and I'm sorry it took so long. It's been like 35 minutes, but a lot's happened. As I said, sometimes I get a little dry and it makes me cough a little bit. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe, share. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it answered some of your questions. If you have any more questions, let me know. I'm also thinking when I get a computer up and running. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Why am I using my phone instead of my laptop? Well, I was in the hospital, and Steve also cleans my house, which he does an amazing job at. But, it was rushed to get me out of the hospital, and we don't know where the cord is to my laptop. I found my old charger for my old laptop, but it is so slow. I can't get it to do anything, so it's defragmenting right now until I can go pick up Steve so he can look for my charger for my new computer, my gateway. It's not the greatest, but I was using it for school, and it's fine for what I'm doing with video and stuff. I'm not the greatest at editing. I don't understand all that stuff, but yes. So anyway, that's why I'm using my phone. My tablet is dead, so all my devices are dead. So they're charging, or I can't find the cord or something. So hopefully I won't be using my phone next time, guys. But I've wanted to make a video now for a while, so there you go. There's my update of what's up. So please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And I will do my best to reply to all of you. You guys know that you guys are awesome, and I appreciate you. I don't know if I've lost subscribers or gained them. I've been pretty active on Paid to Drive and that, and I know he gets a lot of backlash, and he shouldn't. What people don't understand, I made a video on that about being pretty outraged about that, with a tribute to Debbie Moore. But, from G.I. Jane. But, people need to stop judging people before they know what their channel is about and all that. Pete, basically, he reads emails and articles. He never says anything is set in stone. He just says, this is what this person wrote in. I agree or I disagree. Or people they're writing in asking questions, and see, some people just, they don't realize that they think his videos are garbage. They're not garbage. It's kind of like news. It's kind of like gig economy news and that, and he's a great guy to follow. He actually got me up from a couple subscribers up to almost 40 last time I counted, or maybe it's over 40 now. I don't remember. I'm still pretty low. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. But you should go check out Pete. Definitely check out Nugs. And Pete is not garbage. He has very valuable information. He gives us heads up on what's going on in other markets, which usually hits my market. So, yeah. It's nice to have a heads up, because it turns out usually within a couple of days, if not the same day, the same stuff is happening. I'm still having major issues with the DoorDash app. In fact, the other day, every time I would decline an order or miss an order, it would log me out. So, DoorDash, get on that, man. Oh, I have another video that I'm going to be making here. I have a story, and I want to share that too, but the video is already like 40 minutes long. So, Yeah, this is basically just an update video of what's going on in my life, why I haven't posted videos, stuff like that. So thank you all. Please like and subscribe, share, comment, and don't forget your flashlight and some type of self-defense device. God bless y'all. Come here. Come here. Come here. Give me 5. God bless.